Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So when Metropolis was destroyed in Man of Steel, Bruce Wayne was there on the ground to witness the devastation firsthand, and he blames it on Superman. In case you don't know, Bruce Wayne is Batman, and his parents were murdered when he was a kid, and then he turned into Batman, whose major superpowers are basically being rich and doing CrossFit. Anyway, Lois Lane is out doing serious journalist stuff, but unfortunately the camera guy was working for the CIA, so things go south quick. Luckily, Superman comes in to save her. He's like, don't mess with my girlfriend. That's right, she and Clark Kent are dating seriously. They have sexy bath time because they're so in love. But beforehand, that warlord's mercenaries decided to turn on him, kill all their men, and burn the bodies. And then they made this local villager say that it was Superman who killed them all with his heat vision. And this senator is like, oh hey, well that's not cool. So they go to see Lex Luthor, who is basically Zuckerberg from the Social Network, except a little bit psychotically unhinged. In case you don't know, kryptonite makes Superman super weak, and he found a big chunk of it down at the Indian Ocean from that destroyed thing. He doesn't trust Superman, so he wants to weaponize it as a deterrent, and the government gives him access to the crashed spaceship and General Zod's body, but this senator's like, hey, we're not gonna let you bring in that big rock of kryptonite because I don't trust you, you're clearly the villain here. So Lex is going to smuggle it in illegally through Gotham, where Batman's investigating it because he wants the kryptonite for himself. So he goes to a Lex Luthor fancy party to hack his system, but his phone gets stolen by this hot, mysterious chick. Who is she? So Bruce Wayne tracks her down at another fancy party, and she's Diana Prince, museum curator or whatever. She's like, yeah, don't worry, I just borrowed your phone because Lex has something that belongs to me, but I couldn't hack his system, so I'll give it back to you. But he falls asleep at his desk and has an epic dream of a post-apocalyptic future where Superman has gone bad and taken over the world as a god king. Batman's trying to get his hands on some kryptonite, but it was a setup. Superman's secret police are there, and Batman fights valiantly, but he's taken down. And Superman comes in to see him and rips his heart out. So Batman wakes up, but there's all this lightning and this weird guy in his living room, and it's like, hey, I'm the Flash from the future. By the way, you need to assemble the Justice League. And anyway, Batman wakes up for real, and he finds out where they're importing the kryptonite. So it's Batmobile time, and he busts in there to chase it, steal it down. But before he can, Superman shows up to stop him. See, as Clark Kent, Superman had been looking into Batman, and he doesn't approve of his brutal vigilante justice. So he's like, hey, no more being Batman. And once he's flown a safe distance away, Batman feels safe taunting him, and the kryptonite ends up with Lex Luthor. Now, this wheelchair guy lost his legs in the big Metropolis fight, so he blames Superman, vandalizes his statue, and Lex goes to visit him. He's like, hey, what if I give you this super fancy new wheelchair in exchange that you go call a press conference with the senator to have Superman come and answer for his actions. But before they can get started, she realizes Lex Luthor's not there. What? Oh, explosion! Oh, he put a bomb in the wheelchair! Oh, man! And Superman's like, wow, this looks really bad for me. Batman was watching, and he's like, oh, this is it. Superman's taking over. So he breaks into LexCorp and steals the kryptonite. He gets in a quick CrossFit workout, and then turns on the bat signal, which is his way of saying, hey, come at me, bro. Meanwhile, Lois Lane's been doing some investigative stuff, and she realizes Lex Luthor's the bad guy, so he kidnaps her and throws her off the building to get Superman to fly in and save her. Of course he does. And so Superman's like, hey, Lex, the jig is up. But Lex is like, no, you're gonna go fight Batman for me. It's like, wait, why would I do that? It's like, well, we named the movie Batman v Superman, so you have to fight. But also, I've kidnapped your mother, Martha. Oh, and he's got her hidden away, so Superman can't just punch his way out of this one. So he goes down to see Batman to try to explain the situation. But Batman doesn't want to talk. So Superman's like, okay, maybe I'll just fly you through some buildings real quick, and then you'll listen to reason. But Batman's got a trick up his sleeve, a grenade launcher, what? Full of kryptonite gas! Oh, and that does a number on Superman. He goes to punch him, but what? Oh, he's super weak! Yeah, I'm Batman. Boom! Kick into the thing! Foot jump down! Oh, he's really letting him have it, and Superman is getting injured. So Batman's punching him in the face repeatedly, but the kryptonite starts wearing off faster than anticipated, so Batman's in for a world of pain. Unfortunately, Superman's super dumb, and he gets hit with another kryptonite gas, and this time Batman throws him off a balcony, and oh, Superman is down for the count. So Batman grabs his kryptonite spear and gives Superman a sweet facial scar. He's gonna kill him, but then Superman's like, save Martha! And he's like, what does that mean? Who's that? Lois Lane is there for some reason and explains that's Superman's mom's name, and Batman's like, oh, that's funny, my mom was named Martha too. So this makes Batman realize that if Superman loves his mama, he can't be a bad guy. He's like, oh, I'm sorry I beat you up, bro. Let me make it up to you. I'll go save your mom. So he busts in there Batman style, beats up all the thugs, and saves Superman's mom. Now there's something weird going down at General Zod's old ship, so Superman busts in there to find Lex, who's like, hey, I thought you might survive Batman, so it's time for plan B. See, earlier he figured out how to turn the ship on, and he brought Zod's body into the jacuzzi with him, and some of his own blood added to it, put it in the birthing pit, and now this monster busts out. It's an orc from Lord of the Rings. Whom do you serve, Saruman? This is Doomsday, and he's a ridiculously strong Hulk type. He's also got an AoE energy attack, so he's way OP. Superman has a great idea, though. Just fly him up into space where he can't hurt anybody. Unfortunately, the US government's like, nuke him now, what? Oh, boom, exploded. Unfortunately, Doomsday is fine. He just grows bone spikes like the Abomination from the Edward Norton Hulk movie. Superman's okay too, but, he was just nuked. He needs a minute to recover. So Batman steps in, tries to fight Doomsday. It goes very poorly, and he's about to be killed, but saved by Wonder Woman. Oh, yeah! Earlier, when Batman decrypted Lex Luthor's drive, he found files on all the metahumans, the future Justice League. The super sexy art dealer is actually Wonder Woman. There's also files on the Flash being fast, and Aquaman being underwater, and Cyborg doing whatever he does. But anyway, when Wonder Woman saw what was going down, she decided to jump in and join the fight, and Superman's feeling better now, so he comes back too. So Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman have all teamed up. It's pretty sweet. So Wonder Woman and Superman are fighting Doomsday with their superpowers, while Batman's waiting on the sidelines, because he's kind of just a guy in a bat onesie. Lois Lane is still around for some reason, so she gets the kryptonite spear and gives it to Superman. So Wonder Woman ropes Doomsday with her super lasso, and Batman hits him with a kryptonite gas pellet. Yeah, sick no-scope snipe, bro. And Superman flies in with the kryptonite spear. Oh, stabs him in the heart. But Doomsday's like, oh, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Oh, stabs Superman. But then Superman's like, if I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. Oh, stabs him again. And long story short, big explosion, and these two are both dead. That's right, this is not a fake out. Superman is definitely dead. The only way he could come back is if he pulls a Jon Snow and gets resurrected somehow. The cops arrest Lex Luthor, who's standing in a pool of blood, talking to a hologram of literally Satan, and then in jail they shave his head, which gives him the classic Lex Luthor bald look. And down at Clark Kent's funeral, Lois discovers that he was going to propose. Oh, that's so sweet, I'm crying everywhere. Batman and Wonder Woman come too, and he's like, hey, let's assemble the Justice League. And she's like, may as well. And the movie comes to an end, zooming in on Superman's grave, where, oh, the dirt moves, whoa!